Today, we'll recall graphing vertical and horizontal lines. This is a lesson you learned in algebra, but I want to make sure you remember. For example 1, we will graph the line y equals 3. What I do is I go to the y-axis, I go to 3, and I just draw a perpendicular line to the y-axis. That is y equals 3. What I want you to remember and notice is that every point on this line has a y-coordinate of 3. So this point would be over 4 up 3. No matter what point you choose, this point would be 0, 3. This is negative 3, 3. All of them have a y-coordinate of 3. Now, let's look at graphing the line x equals negative 2. I go to the x-axis, find negative 2, and boom, there's my line. X equals negative 2. And likewise, every point on this line has an x-coordinate of negative 2, no matter what point you pick. Every x value is negative 2. One thing that a teacher used to say, and it helped me remember, it's funny how the silliest things you remember. He says that the y equations lay down, and y has lay has a y in it. I don't know, that's so silly, but I always remembered that. Okay, let's look at example 3. Graph the line y equals negative 1 and find the slope. So I'm going to go to the y-axis, find negative 1, and I'm going to draw a horizontal line that is perpendicular to the y-axis. So now I want to know what is the slope. So whenever you want to calculate slope, you can pick any 2 points and ask yourself the rise over the run. So from this point, I go up 0 and I run 2. Now I could have picked any 2 points and I'm still going to get 0. It's okay to have 0 in the numerator. Always remember the slope of all horizontal lines is 0. And that same teacher used to say, if you were skiing and this were the slope, you'd have 0 fun. Okay, and now x equals 0. Let's graph that line. So I'm going to the x-axis. I'm going to find 0 and draw a vertical line. We quickly realize that that is the y-axis. It has an equation of x equals 0. But let's find the slope. If I pick any 2 points, I'm going to check out the rise over run. If I go up 1, that has a rise of 1, and run 0, thou shalt not divide by 0. So we say that this is undefined. Please remember, always remember, vertical lines have an undefined slope. Have an undefined slope. And he used to also say, if this were a ski slope, you'd have an undefined amount of fun.